After the rave response to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in cinemas earlier this year, and the success of Sonic Frontiers, he's here to round out 2022 with Sonic Prime. We've already released our review of the series, which will be linked in the description of this video. Although the season ends in a strange and abrupt place, we are already excited and thinking about what is to come. And with that said, here are our 5 pitches for Sonic Prime Season 2. This is your warning, spoilers for Sonic Prime are ahead. Number 5. More from Shadow the Hedgehog. Before we start, Shadow totally has a Keanu Reeves thing going on with his voice here, right?
Chaos Emerald. There you are. Chaos Control!
Let's hope the Sonic 3 filmmakers take note of this. Anyway, despite being a crucial part of the marketing campaign for this show, Shadow really doesn't get much to do in this series. This is a shame because when he is on screen, he completely steals the show. We especially like the flashback fight scene between the characters early in the season. What is good about Shadow's lack of screen time is that the show creators haven't been given the chance to mess him up yet. Similarly, this show seems to give the character layers that were missing in his one-dimensional edgelord characterization in Sonic Boom. For example, I think this show did a pretty good job of justifying his dark and irate nature. I could similarly understand why he was angry with Sonic. Moving forward, we hope we get to spend time with the edgy hedgehog to pull back more layers. It seems likely we will too, as the Season 1 finale ends abruptly with a conflict between Sonic and Shadow, teasing a bigger role for the latter in the episodes to come. Number 4. More creative animation. My favorite part out of the whole of Sonic Prime Season 1 might have just been this wonderfully nostalgic 16-bit flashback sequences that help canonize the show in the larger Sonic franchise. They are amazing callbacks to the character's history, but sadly sequences happen very infrequently. Obviously, the show's creators have to be careful not to overuse this animation trick as it could risk becoming gimmicky. But nothing stops them from bringing Sonic fans more creative animation sequences that celebrate the history of Sonic in a similar way. The Sonic franchise has been animated in just about every single way you could imagine, and in a story about the multiverse, it is maddening that I've seen more sequences or worlds animated in different styles. Imagine if Sonic visited a superhero timeline where the characters were all animated in the style of the Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. And as we love a good segue, this pitch ties nicely to our next one, which is Number 3. Introduce a variant of Sonic. Again, we are dealing with a multiverse story, and we haven't seen another Sonic variant in any of the other worlds we visited. As we have previously mentioned, the Sonic franchise has been animated in just about every single way you could imagine, and that especially includes the actual Sonic character model. It would be incredible to see Sonic come face to face with another version of himself from a different or past universe. Heck, this might be the perfect time to bring ugly Sonic back for a cameo. We have seen some criticism online from fans regarding the characterization of Sonic in this series. Fans have criticized the writing of the character and described Sonic as extreme, dumb, and overly confused. If the show's creators wanted to throw us a twist, perhaps they could reveal that the main Sonic we have been following is in fact a variant from a different universe himself, unleashed and positioned by Eggman himself. I'm not sure how the Sonic fandom would react to this reveal, but it would certainly be ballsy. Number 2. Alternate the plot. For the most part, the story in Season 1 was presented pretty well. However, there were a few pacing issues, and the later episodes did start to feel slightly formulaic. This structure is a blessing and a curse. At the beginning of the show, we spend multiple episodes in the dystopia Shadowverse, where the world has been taken over by the Chaos Council, a bunch of Eggman clones of varying ages. In the later episodes, we instead focus on the different iterations of Sonic and his friends, with each Shadowverse focusing on Sonic's relationship with Tails, Amy, and Knuckles, respectively. It's a good concept and a narrative framework with a lot of potential for someone as cocky as Sonic. We worry that these episodes will begin to fall into that classic Saturday morning cartoon formula and feel more like filler than important story development that serves the larger plotline. There is an element to these episodes that feels slightly like a video game level itself. Sonic arrives at a new level, faces off with a boss, collects the level item, and returns to the hub world. This works for a video game, but not so much for a narrative show without interactive input from the audience. Moving forward, we hope the show's creators keep this in mind and make sure each episode feels different and unique. Similarly, the time we spend with the variants in different universes serves the greater storyline. And coming in at number 1, Silver the Hedgehog. Is it becoming clear that we are Silver stans on this channel yet? We didn't just include this pitch at number 1 because of that fact, but rather because out of every character that didn't make the cut for Season 1, Silver the Hedgehog seems the most surprising. Let's start with first by quickly addressing his characterization and backstory. He is a character that literally comes from 200 years into the future. Silver has been into time travel and multiverses before they were popular. Beyond that, his whole aesthetic just fits the dystopian future feel of the show. Plot-wise, we think it would be cool to see Sonic reach out to Silver. Given that the series has intentionally set itself up to respect the previous lore from the video games, it seems unlikely that we'll need to rehash the plot of Sonic 06 if Silver does in fact show up. The show has made it clear that Sonic's cockiness can be his worst enemy. What if he accepted he needed help, traveling to a future universe to track down Silver? That's what we call character development. Silver could mentor Sonic and help him in his journeys throughout the multiverse. But that's just what we think, and those were our 5 pitches for Sonic Prime Season 2. What did you think of our pitches? What do you want to see in Season 2? Be sure to leave a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for lots more content from the Sonic franchise.
Time is passing us by, yeah. Break down with what you never want to speak. Listen up, you're just another